Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? Russ here from Poker's Corner. We discovered sport. I say the things on here that nobody dare say. Right, let's get stuck in, shall we, today? Right, here we go. Huh. Do all roads still lead to Undisputed for Eddie Hills and Big Meech, Anthony Joshua? Yes or no? I say no. I said they don't. They never really did they really? I mean, we're in a situation now where they can't get the Fury fight and Joshua over the line for the simple reason that they're talking stupid money that they want. You know, Fury wants 120 million, Joshua wants 100 million, and there's only 200 million in pot. So Fury wants a lion's share because he's not been knocked about, has he? Yeah, he is ranked higher than him, but he's inactive, isn't he? Both inactive, what? 14 month, 13, 14 month, and no, it's 13 month Joshua up to now. Fury's been inactive 11 months, has he? You know, they've both been knocked about, haven't they, by Usyk? Uh, Eddie Hills and Bricktop, they can't put the fight on. Do you know why they can't put the fight on? Because they want too much money. They don't want to fight for 20 million each in UK with Bricktop and Hills putting it on. They want that Turkey money. That's what they want. Joshua had a nice taste of that money out there, didn't he, in Saudi, when he fought Ruiz in the rematch. But leading up to that, we all remember the Povetkin fight, don't we, where Joshua beat his chest in the ring, didn't he? Povetkin fight afterwards at Wembley. The UK is where it's at. Oh, that's what he said, didn't he? Do you remember? The UK is where it's at. He got a big offer to fight Andy Ruiz in America, took it, got wiped out, then went to Saudi, got the belts back against a fat man. We got millions and millions, and since then, all roads lead to Saudi. Forget all that. All roads lead to Undisputed. Ah, all roads lead to Saudi. That's the bottom line, but you don't want to be seen to be talking like that about money, but that's all they talk about, isn't it? I mean, you've got Eddie here on here, Hills on here today on Talksport, telling the same old boring story about how Chris Eubank Sr. asked for a fee to turn up at Barry Hearn's birthday. And Eddie gave him 250 quid because he knew we were on his arse. But so what? They probably had millions out of that guy. So, but it is what it is, isn't it? Look, they can't put Joshua and Fury on without Turkey. If there's no Turkey, they're not going to do it because they've been spoiled by Turkey that much and by. I'm not sure if it were Turkey who did the Joshua Ruiz fight rematch. I don't think it were, but they've been spoilt out there in Saudi that much that Eddie's now more or less saying, well, look, if it doesn't happen, it's because Turkey can't put it on because Eddie knows that he can't put it on. Do you see where I'm coming from? And they're wanting a two-fight deal. And the squirming here of a Fury wanting 120 and Joshua, so I want 100, same as Fury. They'll take 50-50, won't they, then? But Fury going, no, I want 60-40 or whatever it works out. So, look, just get it on. You've took the mickey out of British boxing fans and world boxing fans for years, and now it's come to putting up the dukes. What we got? They can't do it without Turkey, can they? How embarrassing that is. These people have got generational wealth, right? They're worth over $250 million each. So what's the difference? Tyson Fury keeps coming out saying, well, another 100 million or whatever million ain't going to make much difference to my life, or even, 50 million or whatever. So, well, we'll fight on an Eddie or a Bricktop show and take, 20 million or something. Do that. Do that. If it ain't going to make much difference to you. And give something back. Give something back instead of taking all the time. That's all I want to say on that matter. But we'll see, won't we? We'll see. But they're going to wheel them all out now, aren't they? And blah, blah, blah. I'd be very surprised if Fury and Joshua happens without Turkey, because, like I said, these lot are about that. They don't care for boxing fans; they care for money. And I can't see how they can do this fight in the UK and Turkey get a return on his money. So, and there'll be people in Turkey's here saying, "Don't pay that, don't pay that." Dana White will be like, "Don't pay that. What are you doing?" It is what it is, isn't it? Right, August the 9th, I put a video out, and it's saying Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul is a done deal. August the 9th, got 2,885 views. So it didn't do very good, did it? But it's out there August 9th, so, and we've come full circle, haven't we now? Maybe 3 months later. Will this Jake Paul fight happen? Well, if it does, it's an exhibition, isn't it, really, if it happens. But if they put it down as a proper boxing fight, what would it be? What would it be, really, as a proper boxing fight? Tommy Fumbles has already beaten Jake Paul, and he is a pro. So what would it be? It'd just be a gimme fight, wouldn't it? It's about them lining the pockets and protecting their assets. They're not going to put him near any danger. And you were talking there on Talksport, they were top 100 guy. I'm assuming he's on about David Allen, the lazy rhino. And how fragile Joshua is at the moment. You could see David knocking Sparko, couldn't you? I could. Or just walking forward, taking shots and grinding him down. But it is what it is. And he's saying that guy, that top 100 guy, they got 1 million, but Joshua's going to be on mega money now to fight Jake Paul if it comes off. Now, Jake Paul's a small cruiserweight, isn't he? Joshua's a big heavyweight. It'd be a slaughter, wouldn't it? And what this could be if they put them in together. You see, Ungano, he got knocked out by Joshua, didn't he? He won his second fight as a pro. Now they're putting him in with some YouTuber. I mean, if it happens, I'd be very surprised if it happens. And if it does, what sort of preparation would this be for going into a Fury fight? Because Jake Paul's short and stumpy. He's not like Fury, is it? It's hardly good preparation for Tyson Fury. All it's going to show is that Joshua has not lost his power and he can knock him out, just like he did on Garno. But after he knocked on Garno out, did that put him in good stead for John Coffey? Hardly good preparation for John Coffey fight, were it? Well, were it? Hey, it won't, were it? No, I don't know. But it is what it is, isn't it? It's just a cash grab, really. How can we take Joshua serious, though, really, as a high-end fighter? All roads lead to Undisputed, and I'm going to be a three-time world champion. I'm taking it back to the rugged streets. You know, I'm about those people. You know, your Larry Hoovers and Big Meechers and all them sort of people. Well, good luck to you if that's who you look up to. But look, it's all chit-chatting at the moment. We're talking about a man here that's had Tony Sims, Robert McCracken, Joby Clayton, Angel Hernandez, Robert Garcia, Derek James, Ben Davidson, Papa Lomachenko, and there's that Sean guy, the guy who bought a new BMW for when he hit big time, his old trainer. He's always in his ear hole, isn't he, and picking his brains. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you've had that sort of people around you for years, and you're listening to different trainers all the time, and there's even, you know, chipping away at other trainers up at EIS and people who've been ex-fighters and asking them, what about this, what about that? Sometimes you can overthink things, can't you? And all these trainers are all decorated trainers, aren't they, more or less? I don't know about Joby Clayton, Angel Hernandez, but they've all worked in some capacity as professional trainers, haven't they? Didn't one of them train Big Freeze, although I don't think he does now. But the point I want to make is most of them trainers have had world champions, and are they all wrong? Are all of them wrong? It's a bit like David Allen. He's had, 12, 13 trainers, hasn't he? But he's gone back to certain people, and he's still not won an area English, British, Commonwealth, European, or a world title. Has it? In what, 15 years of pro? 14 years of pro, however long it is. So It's an hard one, isn't it? Matthew Macklin. He had a lot of trainers, didn't he, over years? He never won a world title, did he? Should a fighter stay with his trainer all the way through? Yeah, I believe so. I believe, but they're not everybody's like Froch, are they? He paid McCracken 10% all the way through, didn't he? Even when he got the big fights, the millions in. Not everybody's like that. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Froch will be too pleased if Anthony Joshua fights Jake Paul, will he? Froch is that begging bowl out like Oliver Twist, hasn't he? For the last 3 years calling on that. So, and would it be right if Anthony Joshua jumped in with him and knocked him out inside a round? What would that prove? One round knocking him out? You're hardly active, are you? So there's no to gain from it. I'd be surprised if it happens, but there's no to gain from it. That's how I look at it. So it's just a cash grab. We all remember Vladimir, don't we? In 2017, absolutely poleaxing Joshua, don't we? April 2017. Up until then, all everybody were doing in the media and the people around Joshua and Matchroom, all they were doing were gassing him up, were blowing smoke in his ear hole and up his arsehole. That's what they were doing. And I think he believed it. He became a flat track bully. And then once Vladimir flopped him down to the floor, nearly 42-year-old at the time, once Vladimir put him down, well, I think he realised then, I've just been knocked down, I've been hit. He didn't like it, did he? He didn't like it. Since then, they've wrapped him in cotton wool with your Povetkins and your Pulevs and people like that. He hasn't really gone near any danger, has he? You know. So obviously he got in with John Coffey, didn't he? But I think he had no choice with that one, didn't he? He got a rematch clause for John Coffey. Why don't you take that up? All right. Well, he did. Andy Ruiz won, didn't he? Why don't you take the John Coffey rematch? He won it, did he? Because he got filled in. Now, if you go and watch the John Coffey fight and you go and watch the Vladimir fight, when Vladimir drops him, what happened? He's sticking his tongue out and trying to make out he weren't hurt and all that and doing all that kidology stuff and playing possum. When John Coffey drops him, look what happened. Taught the different body language. Retreat, 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 retreat. Oh my God. He was thinking, I saw that first jab hit him. That first jab hit him from John Coffey. Big Meech were like, whoa, he was looking for a way out then. Yeah, he let his hands go at end, didn't he? And caught John Coffey with one, but the writing's on the wall. Once your punch resistance has gone, that's it, really. Now all they can dine out with Joshua now is his name and what he's done in the past. So what they're going to do, it's going to be like a Jake Paul fight or anything because they can't put him in with anybody in top 100. If that chin's gone and a real heavyweight hits him, it's game, set, and match. They've got to play it safe, so they're putting him in with a small cruiserweight. If this fight happens, a small cruiserweight who can't fight. He can't fight. Tommy Fury can't fight, can he? Tommy Fury beat him, so this is where we're at. Big John Fury were calling out Jake Paul as well. Big John, with his bare knuckle record, 100-0 on the hard road. 100 of them. On planet Jupiter with George Groves, who's still up there from his last fight against the Cobra. So we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see, but it's boxing, isn't it? We're told one thing, then they do another. A bit like Moses Saitoma, isn't it? We keep hearing all these Godzilla stories about him. Oh, beat Usyk. Oh, J.O. Pettia steps up. Oh, he'll probably beat him as well. He's unbeatable. Oh, Tyson Fury don't want to fight him, blah, blah, blah. They're putting his name in mixed with all these people. And then they're chasing down legal action against Pulev to fight for his regular belt or try and get him stripped, allegedly. Pulev, he's 45-year-old in spring. I'm always saying what I've seen online. I just make it funny. So he's chasing down Pulev, who's pushing 45, and he's pushing 21-year-old Toma. He wants to fight Pulev, an old man. Right? Yet another old man. So there you go. So, but I don't think it's very good preparation for Fury fighting Jake Paul. Just like Ngannou want preparation, great preparation, were it? Ngannou wasn't great preparation. Waiting for John Coffey fight. So it is what it is. But we've spoke about Joshua's ex-trainers. But look, if they get this fight announced, Eddie will front it out as though it's a tick-over fight. It's a tick-over fight, just to blow cobwebs off. Blow cobwebs off. You can get millions and millions of pounds and you'll get your slice of cake, Eddie. That's what you mean. It's all about getting the crumbs in now. It's a bit like Warrington Wood. That's a bit grubby, that, isn't it? Really. Very, very grubby. But and this is all this is with Joshua. Let's get a Jake Paul fight in. Let's get a load of money in bank. And let's get Fury on twice. If we can't get Turkey to stump the money up, well, it's not going to happen. They know that, don't they? That's why they're probably taking the Jake Paul fight, if they take it. My argument in all this is this, simply, really. Tyson Fury holds all the cards, doesn't he? He holds all the cards. All the matchmakers in the country know this. All the boxing fraternity know it. They're not going to come out and say it because they all want to stay in bed with him, don't they? Do you know, like, have you noticed when they say to Super Bean, Adam Smith, who's going to win this, Adam? Joseph Parker, or who's the guy who's just fought Joseph Parker? He's just been iced, hasn't he? Fabio Ward. Who's going to win this? Well, I can see how Joseph wins it with his experience, and I can see Fabio also knocking him out. So the fence sitters, aren't they? It's a bit like when you see Sam Jones interviewed and he gets into a sticky situation because they do that many interviews. People like him, Bombay Dave and the rest of them, that they get themselves tongue-tied when they're asked a question, and they always sort of give positivity out for Bricktop and Hills as camps and put themselves as splinter arses, don't they? Well, we don't do that on here. So, but do we want to see it happen? Would I want to see Jake Paul Joshua happen? No. Will it happen? It's possible, very possible. Because like I said, they've got to keep Joshua earning. And I don't think Eddie's that confident that Fury is going to come to the table for Joshua. And I think they want to get Joshua earning. He's got a lifetime deal with them and he's parked up. He is parked up. They can't keep wheeling out Crusher Ben and Eubank because they're struggling on this one, aren't they? So that looks like that one's done. And who want to see Eubank and Beefy in a trilogy? Maybe Adrian Mole, a.k.a. Ben Shalom, he'd want to put that on, wouldn't he? Do you know why? Because he hasn't got much else going for him, has he, at the moment? But who'd want to see that? And it's not a pay-per-view, is it? Beefy's goose has been cooked off Aaron McKenna. So he shouldn't even be a mixed Beefy. I keep seeing it on TalkSport. Liam Smith predictions on Ben Eubank. Who cares? Ladies and gentlemen, the Smith Beatles of boxing. Hey, you couldn't make it up. Big Malk, can you do us all a favour? Crawl out the arsehole of Andrew Tate. I mean, it's not so long ago you were crawling up Sky's arseholes, wasn't it? Eddie Hearns, and then it were Bricktops, then it were Daniel Kinahans, then it were Turkeys, and now it's Andrew Tate. Misfits. They're absolutely unbelievable, these staunch boxing people, aren't they? It's a bit like Juggy as Oliver, isn't it, at TalkSport? You know, a double dipper. He's training Ollie Mewers for a Misfits fight. But Juggy is not a licence holder, so he's done nothing wrong, has he? They want to dive into that Misfits, whether it's pundit work or training them, and then they want to dive back out, don't they, onto TalkSport. Double dippers, I call these people. No, they're not really. They're grifters and hustlers. That's what they are, hustlers. And that's what Anthony Joshua is, a.k.a. Big Meat. He is a hustler. He's had us all fooled, hasn't he, all these years. All roads lead to Undisputed. Could have had Undisputed against Deontay Wilder in October 2017. Wilder was flown over, business class, put up in the London Hilton, was a pundit ringside for Fury, for AJ versus Vladimir. The winner fights Wilder. What happened? Yeah, Anthony Joshua got flopped off Vladimir and they went, retreat, retreat. Barry Epstein put it in reverse And all we've heard since then is, oh, it'll be 2020, oh, it'll be 2022, oh, it'll be 2024. Remember that one, don't we? Now they're saying 2026, but Fury's saying he needs a tune-up. If he comes back, he's now retired, he's saying. If he comes back. But absolutely shocking. That's how I look at it. Absolutely shocking behaviour from these lot. But what can you do? These people can't lie straight in bed. They can't, can they? Hey, they want mega millions. Absolutely mega millions to put these fights on. And people have had enough, haven't they now? We can't invest anymore in these people, can we, really? How much time can we invest in this lot now? We've what, we're nearly 15 years or something since the sparred, 14, 15 years, Joshua and Fury. So good, is it? And we're at a stage now where Fury's retired. He's retired, so he can go out and party and do what he wants. Can't get drug tested. So he's gone. And Joshua's been parked up, best part of 13, 14 months, and he's going to fight apparently in December. After being 14 months out, he's going to fight a YouTuber who's a cruiserweight and lost to Tommy Fury. So that's the Anthony Joshua story, the end. Fury's story is Usyk flogged him twice. The end. That's it. He's retired. That's it. Maybe Fury might not fight again, or he might wait it out. I don't know, but they're not going to leave money on the table. But while ever Turkey's involved, they're always going to be hanging about. But if Turkey puts his foot down and says, do you know what? Now you're all taking it, Mickey. You're going to have this or nothing. Let Hills and Bricktop put it on. They wouldn't do that, though, would they? You can't be OPM. Dennis always used to say, he said it to me the other day on Sunday, OPM, other people's money, whether it's banks or sponsors or backers or consortiums or whatever. Other people's money. Bricktop and Eddie Hills have had it a lot easier in the last few years because they've been able to sit back and take their cut from these fights. They haven't had to put any production on. They haven't had to put their paws in their pockets, have they, to put these shows on. It's all been done for them. And now Eddie's coming out because they're coming to end, aren't they, now, match? And he's saying, well, you know, if Turkey is interested in the fight, ain't going to happen. Because they don't want to put it on because he knows what Joshua wants and they know what Fury wants, don't they? Fury don't need to come out of retirement. He'll wait it out. Joshua's going to have to come and keep taking fights. What's he going to do? Go on a world tour fighting misfit fight time? Is that what he's going to do? Is that where we're at? Oh, my God. Is that where we're at? Hey. Oh, no. We're talking about an Olympic gold medalist here who really only beat the Chinaman in the Olympics, didn't he? He had 3 other gifts. It's shocking from a lot of them, but what do you expect from these charlatans? What do you expect? What? Well, what? What do we expect from this lot? Do you expect them to tell the truth? These lot are not going to tell the truth. They're going to tell you something on a Monday and it's going to be something different on a Tuesday. That's what they do. But you're going to look at Frotch on the other day, sat there with DAZN mug doing an interview and all that. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. So people will go back on their words, won't they? So it is what it is, isn't it? So okie dokie. So thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. I've kept it going best part of 25 minutes. I think a cup of coffee's in order. Americano latte. A penguin biscuit. So don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. I've got a Pokies International one to do tomorrow with Liam's dad, Mark. Liam comes on channel. And what else have I got on tomorrow? I think I've got another kid coming on from Morecambe, where Fury's from. I've got him, young lad there coming back on, Yemi. So, okie dokie. that'll be an interesting one. He's got some explosive to tell us all, so that should be good, shouldn't it? I'll look forward to that while I'm on with Jack Jones. So, well, thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Hope you're okay in Tenerife, Big Ron. Ron, booyaka.